Hello, welcome to this very gentle chair yoga class for seniors, done entirely in a chair. We do movements that lubricate our joints, stretch our muscles, in some cases help to build a little strength in those muscles. We do it all in a chair, and the program lasts for about 30 minutes. We start with some simple breathing, lasts a minute or two, just to settle our minds and become present for the practice. And then we do the movements, moving then into a nice relaxation called shavasana at the end of a yoga practice that allows your body to digest and integrate all of the benefits of the movements before you go about your day. I hope you enjoy the practice. If you do, please hit the like button below so that I know, or hit subscribe so that you will be notified when I post new videos. And feel free to comment in the comments section if there are things that you particularly like or things that you'd like me to focus on in future videos. I love to get feedback from all of you. So let's get started. Today's practice is going to begin with a focus on our joints, lubricating all of the joints, our shoulders, our elbows, our wrists, even working with our fingers, our knees, our ankles, and actually bringing a little bit more mobility into the neck as well. So sit nice and tall. Draw the navel gently in towards your spine. Roll your shoulders up and back. Relax your arms down on your lap. Just rest your hands on your lap. And with your eyes open or closed, just begin to breathe with awareness. We start the practice with this minute or minute and a half of breath work, just to allow our minds to kind of let go of outside distractions so that we can stay focused on the practice that we're about to do. So notice how the breath feels as it comes into your nostrils. Notice the quality of that breath. Perhaps the air feels cool or warm, might feel dry or moist, could be sticky or smooth. Just layer some curiosity on the quality of that breath as it moves in, traveling down the throat and into the chest. And allowing the breath to be slow and steady. And if thoughts drift into your mind, which they often do, see if you can allow them to float past, kind of just coming right past your brain, not settling in or planting roots, distracting you from this present moment. So as if they're clouds drifting by. Once you notice or acknowledge them, just come back to noticing your breath. Taking 3 more nice slow breaths before we begin to move. And after your 3rd breath, open your eyes and bring your hands down by your sides. We're going to take 4 larger breaths by sweeping our arms up overhead. And if you can't get all the way up and press your palms together over your head, just go as far as you can. We're just expanding into the lungs. So turn the palms out. Inhale as you sweep the arms wide. Come up as high as you can, and if possible, press your palms together. And then as you exhale, turn your palms outward, float your arms down as you let the breath go. And we'll do 4 of these in total. That was 1. Here's the second one. Inhaling all the way. Keep breathing in the whole entire time. And then turning the palms outward and bringing the arms back down. Beautiful. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhaling, really expanding through the ribs, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And then moving the arms back down to where they started. And 1 more, inhaling, filling up all the way, pressing your palms together. Turning the palms outward and floating them back down. Empty all the way, draw the navel in towards the spine, get rid of all those toxins. And then bring your hands to your lap. we'll begin working into our neck. So take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, nod your chin. Keep the spine nice and long as you do, so don't round as you tuck the chin, but stay nice and tall. So there's a nice length in the back of the neck. As you inhale, lift the chin and gaze up, still maintaining that length in the back of the neck, so you're not throwing your head back. You're kind of extending the back of the neck as you lift the chin. And then exhale the chin back down. We'll do 4 of these. So here is the second one as we bring the chin up. And then bring it down on our exhale. It's always nice to practice moving with your breath. So inhale, the chin moves up. It helps keep us focused as we breathe and move in unison, chin down. One more inhale up. And one last exhale down. Bring the chin to neutral, which simply means the chin is parallel to the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, turn your head to look to the right. Inhale back to center, and exhale, turn the head to the left. Trying not to move the torso, you're only moving your head. Inhale to center, and only going as far as is comfortable. Don't force past that natural stop sign your body will put up. If your neck is stiff, it's going to let you know. So we don't want to ever force our body into something that it doesn't want to do. We're just noticing where it is, tender, tight, stiff, and bringing movement to that area of the body to help relieve that tightness or tenderness. One more to the left, and then come back to face forward. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, just tilt your head towards your right shoulder, and then bring it back up. Exhale, tilt your head to the left shoulder, and bring it back up. This time, as you tilt your head to the right, bring your shoulder up, and then come back. Tilting your head to the left, bringing that left shoulder up, and letting it relax down. 2 more on each side. One on the right, and down. And again, never forcing your head to go further than is comfortable, or your shoulder to come up higher than is comfortable. Last one, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. So now we'll start to warm up the shoulders by drawing circles with them. So we're going to do alternate arms, starting with the left shoulder. So bring the shoulder up and back, down and forward, up and back, down and forward. Just trying to smooth out that movement so you're making nice smooth circles. Up and back and down and forward, up and back and down and forward. One more, up and back and down and forward. Other side, up and back, down and forward, up and back, down and forward, up and back, down and forward. Last one, up and back, down and forward. So now we're going to go up and forward, down and back. Starting with the left side, up and forward, down and back, up and forward, down and back, up and forward, up and forward, and one more, up and forward. Other side, up and forward, down and back. Trying to make them as smooth as possible. So once you get the hang of it, just kind of letting them flow into nice big circles. And now to challenge ourselves, letting our hands rest on our lap. We're going to go up and back and around 3 times, and then up and forward and around 3 times. So both at the same time, up and back, down and around. Here's 2, down and around. Here's 3, back, down and around. Other way, up, forward, down and forward, down and around. Last one, and down and around. So you might feel your back starting to warm up too, because you're working those muscles in the back as well as working into warming the shoulders. So now we're going to take our arms out to the sides, shoulder height if possible. If this is too much on your shoulders, you might put a little bend in your arms, but if possible, keep the arms straight, shoulder height. We're going to tap our shoulders, and we're going to do that 10 times, beginning to work the elbow joint. Okay, here we go. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Great. Bring your hands down, take a nice breath in, shrug it up, and exhale, let it out. So we've done the elbows, we need to do the wrists. So let's bring the arms out about shoulder height again. And again, if that's not comfortable for you, a little bend in the elbow is fine. Make fists and start to just roll your wrists, getting right into that wrist. So when we move joints, we encourage the flow of synovial fluid, which is kind of the oiling can, like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. It lubricates, and it's encouraged to lubricate more the more we move the joint. So we switch directions. Nice. And then we'll bring our hands so that our palms are up. We're going to bring our hands in and fist them with the thumbs on the outside, and then bring those fingers wide and wiggle them. Create fists again with the thumbs on the outside, and then let them spread, 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 and wiggle them. One more fist with the thumb on the outside. Maybe you let the wrists roll back towards you, then opening up and spreading. So we're going to make a fist this time with the thumb on the inside. So the thumb comes in and the fingers curl. Maybe the wrists turn up and our fingers are, we're going to punch ourselves in the face here. Open up and spread. We're going to do 2 more, bringing the thumb on the inside first, curling the fingers in, maybe curling the hands towards our face, and opening up and wriggling. And then one more time, thumb in, create fists. Maybe turn those wrists up, opening up and wiggling. Beautiful. So we've done the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingers. So let's begin to move just a little bit into the hips by bringing our feet a little wider and keeping our hands on our lap. We're going to draw circles with our upper body over our lower body. And these circles can be whatever size feels good for you. It's always good to engage your core though when you do this, so draw your navel in towards your spine and just begin to circle back towards the chair, forward towards the front of your room. Nice side to side, big circles, as if you had your hands on a spoon, you were stirring a great big cauldron. Notice what direction you have started in so that you can pause and move those circles in the opposite direction. And then come to a nice tall spine. We're going to move down into the knees now, so you might want to sit back just a little bit in your chair. We're going to lift our left leg and just kick and bring the foot in and out. Just out and in, moving that knee joint. Again, encouraging the flow of fluid that will lubricate that knee. And in lifting the leg off the chair and making this movement happen, we're working the muscle in our upper thigh as well. Try to maintain a nice tall spine and do 2 more. And then bring that foot down to the ground. We'll go to the other side. So lifting a bit and then just letting that leg swing forward and back, moving into the knee joint. Always try to notice if you're holding your breath. We tend to do that when we're focusing and concentrating. So try not to let yourself stay with holding your breath for very long. Once you catch yourself holding your breath, see if you can come back to a nice rhythmic breath. 2 more. 1 and 2. And bring that foot down. Now the challenge comes as we do both legs at the same time. And if both legs at the same time isn't going to work for you, just alternate one and the other. So you can hold on to the seat of your chair. If you have arms on your chair, you can hold on to the arms, lift your legs, your feet are off the floor, and just swing. Just imagine that you're a little kid on a swing and you're making it go back and forth. Do you remember doing that? Just swinging forward and back. So we're working the muscles in our legs, we're working our core because we're engaging that in order to lift our legs and stay tall, and we're swinging our legs. So we're doing multitasking to get our bodies healthy. 2 more. 1, and then 2, and then the feet come down to the ground. Great. So now we're going to take our left leg and just bring it forward and begin to make circles with our ankle. Getting now into the ankle. Few in this direction and then switching direction. And then keeping the foot flexed, just curl your toes and then see if you can spread them as wide as you can. Curl them, spread them. Getting into those little toes now. A couple more here. And then bring that foot down. So the other leg comes up and we draw circles. Maybe you imagine drawing circles on the ceiling with your big toe as you make these nice big circles. You might hear some clicking and popping, but not to worry about that. You don't want pain though. If you ever encounter pain as we move anyway, we move just back away from that movement. Either do it a little less intensely or don't do it at all. We're not seeking pain here. We're looking to relieve pain. And then pause, foot is flexed, curl the toes as far as you can, spread the toes as far as you can. Curl and spread and curl and spread. A few more, getting into those toes. Great. And then bring that foot down. We're going to do another one working up back towards our hips. When we did those upper body circles, we were just warming up our hips. So we're going to do a little bit more for those hips, lifting the right leg. You can hold on to the leg in the front or the back, or you can not hold at all if you want to challenge yourself. And just draw circles with your knee as if you're painting circles on some surface in front of you. And then go in the opposite direction. And then hug that leg in to the best of your ability. It might stay kind of low. You might be able to bring it close. Sit nice and tall. Get a nice stretch here in the low back. You might feel it in the low right side of your back. And then let that leg go. Moving to the other side, lifting the leg off the floor. And again, holding it if you need to. Challenging no hold if you would like. There's no shame in holding your leg at all. You just do what your body needs you to do, right? Move as much as you can without causing pain or strain. And then hug this leg in. You might not get it super high towards your chest, or you might get it high, depending upon how tight your hips are, how stiff your legs are. And just always be willing to accept whatever is happening in your body. Don't feel bad if you can't do some of these things. Let that foot come down. Beautiful. So we're going to move into some, we've done all of our joints, we've done, well, our neck really isn't a joint, but it does need to be lubricated. We've done our shoulders, our elbows, our wrists, our fingers, our hips, our knees, our ankles, our toes. I can't think of any other parts that need lubricating. So let's move on to some nice stretches. And we're going to move into a twist. So take your hand to opposite shoulder and sit nice and tall. So when we twist, we want to create length in our spine so that as we twist, there's room there between our vertebra, plumped up with those discs in between. It's kind of like if you imagined a slinky that was compressed and you tried to kind of turn it, it would grind against itself. So what we want to do is create space, and if you do that with a slinky, you can imagine how much easier it is to make those rotations. Same thing with the human body. We want to really create length before we do a twist. So opposite hand to opposite shoulder, sit nice and tall. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, let your upper body rotate to the right. Try not to lean, just rotate. You're rotating the ribs and the shoulders and maybe the head. If you want to see if you can turn your head towards your back shoulder, great. And then you might just drift, staying in the twist, drift the head forward and back, just exploring tightness in the neck. And then come back to center. Take your bottom arm and put it on top. Might feel a little awkward. Usually does, because we go to what we're most comfortable with first, right? So this is a little different, so it might feel a little awkward. Take a nice breath in, stay nice and tall, and then rotate to the other side. So you're rotating to the left, staying nice and tall, not leaning if possible, and letting your head move forward and back, just exploring any tight spaces. So when we make these twists, we're doing a lot of good for ourselves. Come back to center. So we open up the breathing body here. When we make rotations, we stretch the muscles in around our ribs, the little muscles between our ribs called intercostal muscles. And to do that even further, we're going to take a little lateral stretch. So bring your right hand to the seat of your chair. You can hold on here to support yourself as we lean, or you can let that arm dangle. It'll be a little more effort for the muscles on the right side. So you decide what's best for you. Take your left arm down by your side, and then bring it up, if possible, over your head. If not, to your head or to your shoulder. Any of those places will do, depending upon how mobile you are. And then from there, take a lean over to the right. So you're taking this top arm and reaching it over your head towards the wall on the right side of the room. Getting beautiful stretch through the intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs on this side. Opening up your breathing body there. So that allows a little more space for the lungs to expand as you breathe. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed and the neck relaxed. You can let your head turn down or up or straight ahead, whatever's most comfortable for you. But try to stay relaxed as you hold and breathe 2 more breaths. Nice big breaths into the left side. Remembering you can always find options for your left arm. And on your next inhale, come back up. And relax your shoulders down. Take a breath in and shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, sigh it out. 1 more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sigh it out. Oh, nice. So we'll go to the other side. This time, left hand on the chair or maybe dangling if you like. And the right arm out to the side. Find the posture or the position that's best for you. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lean to the left. Trying to keep both cheeks on the chair, so don't lift this cheek off the chair. Stay nice and rooted there as you lean. Beautiful stretch, stretching the muscles, opening up those muscles, creating more space to breathe now on the right side. Again, your gaze can be where it's comfortable. And take 2 more deep breaths. And then bring yourself all the way back up and bring your hands onto your lap. Once more, we shrug up on our inhale and we sigh out on our exhale. Beautiful job. So we've gone through all of our joints. We've moved them in a variety of ways, and we've done some stretches to open up tight spaces. We've done a few movements that helped to strengthen our legs. So now it's time to take a rest, to allow all of those movements to digest all the goodness that we create in our bodies by doing that, opening up channels for blood to flow, for oxygen to move to places that might not have seen it in a while. So find a comfortable place to sit. So what I mean by that, a comfortable seating posture. The legs can be extended. The back can lean against the chair. If you have a pillow, it might be nice to have a pillow behind your back. Let your hands rest on your lap. And as always, if you are able to safely get down onto the floor or to get onto a couch and lie down for this particular posture, sit up and then lie down on the couch. Feel free to do that. Get really comfortable. Once you get there, take a nice breath in through your nose and a big sigh out through your mouth. And I'll walk you through a brief little body scan. So as I mentioned, a body part, just notice that body part without expecting anything in particular. Just bring your attention to that place, starting with the crown of the head and the scalp, the forehead and the temples. Can you relax all of the little muscles in your face that create expression so that there's no expression at all? Allowing your lower jaw to hang freely from the upper jaw and the tongue to relax, to fill that lower jaw. The back of the head and the base of the skull. The back of the neck and the root of the tongue. The shoulders and the upper back. Sensing down the arms from the shoulders to the elbows, and the elbows to the wrists. The backs of the hands and the palms, and each of your fingers. Your heart and your lungs and your diaphragm. Your abdomen and low belly, sensing down through the pelvic floor. Your mid-back and low back and buttock. Sensing down your legs from your hips to your knees, the backs of your knees and your kneecaps, the shins and the calves, the ankles, the tops of the feet and the toes, and the soles of the feet, the arches and heels. Resting in this sense of embodied presence for as long as you like. And if your mind starts to wander, see if you can recognize it's wandering and invite it back through the beating of your heart or the vibration of sounds around you. And when you are ready to start your day, you might bring some movement into the body by wiggling those newly lubricated fingers or toes or circling ankles or wrists. Or taking a nice full body stretch. And then bringing your hands to your heart. Until next time, namaste.